Alright, YouTube, I had to just plan to just RuneScape for a few hours, but there is a video that needs to be made. Trump was rushed off stage briefly in Reno giving a speech, of course, in Nevada. It's actually very funny because 3 or 4 hours ago, if you Googled Trump Nevada, all you saw was, oh, Nevada's lost early voting, more Hispanics voting, or something like that. Some demographic bullcrap that they expect to continue. They don't. They'll ignore the early voting results from the other states though, because it shows a Republican advantage in turnout. But they'd rather just fixate on Nevada. I guess they were all reporting this. But now, if you Google it, you'll find Trump apparently at this rally. Somebody started to get up in the front of the speech. Someone has said he had something on his belly, apparently not a firearm, but tried to get up on the stage or something closely enough resembling that so that Secret Service went absolutely apeshit, started rushing the front of the crowd, grabbed Trump, took him off stage. Trump's like, oh, what's going on? And then, he's gone. He then returned not long after. The individual involved, of course, was escorted out under armed guards by the dozen. And it just goes to show. I mean, the natural assumption would probably be, I think, if you're a sane individual, is probably some Hillary supporter or something. Probably gonna hold up a Trump sucks sign on stage or something like that. Now, generally speaking, it's probably not the greatest of ideas. For instance, if I wanted to protest Hillary Clinton, I probably would not attempt to get up on stage with her to hold up a sign or anything like that, because I'd probably get dragged off to Gitmo and there'd be some sweating involved or something like that. Not the greatest of ideas. Usually, the people who tend to do this, I think the reason why the Secret Service springs into action and sometimes even perhaps overreacts to a threat is specifically the kind of person who's going to do that might have something wrong with them. And that's the sort of person you definitely don't want to be in physical proximity to a presidential candidate or any other political candidate, to tell the truth. I mean, I'm not sure you can class this as an assassination attempt until we know, was this person armed? Did he have a knife or, a shiv or something like that? If so, yeah, that would certainly be pretty bad. Otherwise, I'm going to assume it's some fucking Hillary Clinton nut. Probably thinks he's Hitler. And the media is partially responsible for this, legacy media. When you see all this violence, not all of it is people like Creamer and Fovel instigating. Some of this violence is caused by organic, homegrown, like Bernie bros or Clinton supporters, more likely, who actually believe that by doing so they're staving off the next Adolf Hitler, because that's the way the legacy media cast him for months and months. With Hillary Clinton, they declare her the mature candidate, maybe a little boring, possibly a little bit outdated. Nothing dangerous here to see, folks. Just ignore the fact that she wants to start a new Cold War. There's no danger involved with that. It's not like we've been through it before and saw what it could do. Just fucking ignore that, you fucking stupid sheep. But Trump, oh, he's the next Adolf Hitler, literally. Listen to Maher or any of these other, like, so-called comedians. When they talk about politics, they just stop being funny most of the time. It's very funny when he talks about religion or about how much he likes to smoke marijuana. When he talks about politics, it just falls flat, honestly. And that's true of, like, right-wing comedians, too. It's like that dude Bill O'Reilly has constantly on. He used to be kind of, people perceived him, I guess, as a leftist. Then he became, like, full Bush bro. And all of a sudden, Bill O'Reilly kept inviting him on. Now, they all think he's hilarious, like all the eggheads and stuff. I think is retarded. Dennis Miller, I think it is. I think he's retarded. The same as people like Maher, people like Rachel Maddow, people like all of these fuckwads. They're all retarded. And that's all they do. They egg people on. It's the sensationalist headlines that get the attention. It's the same principle. I just made a video about, like, the CTR shills and how they'll try to inject some over-the-top conspiracy theory up and above actual reasonable analysis of legitimate political scandal, specifically to try to denigrate the impact of that scandal on a campaign, and in most cases Hillary being rocked by actual scandals. Under FBI investigation twice over, tied in with perverts and apparent kitty fiddlers and stuff. Oh, just ignore that. It's some secret satanic conspiracy. Now, it's the same with the lamestream, like the legacy media. They use the same basic model. They're just more, they hold back a little bit more and try to contain their enthusiasm to see death and suffering, because that's what they love. It's like the police chases. All these networks, it took them a long time to stop airing them live because people would tune in. Specifically, the ratings were great because somebody might get killed. It's like a blood sport. The same happens in politics. They can get more clicks if they declare Trump to be Adolf Hitler than if they make a 10-paragraph long diatribe about, some disagreement they have with his policies. And it's actually quite dangerous that people pay attention to the legacy media. You're not going to get that sensationalism on my channel. I'm well aware of the fact that I'd probably have 600,000 subscribers and not 60,000 right now if I was willing to do that, if I was willing to do the sensationalism stuff, because there are plenty of people on YouTube who do that. If you want the sensationalism, if you want the Jade Helm as a martial law takeover and Illuminati bloodline sort of stuff, plenty of places you can go to find it, and you're just not going to get it here. You're going to get accurate analysis without all the sensationalist bullshit. It's what I pride myself on. I'm trying to put information out there, not a bunch of fucking shadows for people to chase. I find it even funnier. People call me foul-mouthed. Yeah, you're going to get the occasional F-bomb on this channel. Grow up. You're an adult, probably. And if you're not, you shouldn't be watching the channel. What's wrong with you? Go watch Barney and Friends or Arthur or something. I watched Arthur. It made me even worse. Christ, Arthur's friggin' insane. He's probably genocidal maniac by now that he's grown up or something. But yeah, Trump was rushed off stage in Nevada, but it's not immediately clear what the actual motive of the person trying to get up on stage with him was. Maybe it was someone who's just totally nutted out. He's like a total, I don't know, maybe he wears a literal tinfoil hat, thinks that Trump is the Messiah, like literally Jesus. He just wanted to touch his tuxedo so he could heal his, melanoma or something like that. Stranger things have happened. You get all sorts of weirdos in this world. Half of them right now appear to be working for the Clinton campaign. or they're working against the Brexit, let's face it, or something like that over in the UK. But yeah, Trump is alive and well. Apparently the person didn't at least have like a firearm or something. I'm sure we'll get more news about it. Unless it's part of some hit job conspiracy involving Clinton. Like, oh, just take care of him. I can't run against him anymore. Well, I'm losing. I'm supposed to be the Queen of the United States. I'm supposed to be bigger than Queen Victoria. Something like that. Then you won't hear much about it because the person will be liquidated quietly and or dragged off to Gitmo and they'll never be heard from again. Nor will an investigation be conducted or something like that. Those are the kind of conspiracies that unfortunately sometimes they're actually true. Just look at Seth Rich there from the DNC. I wonder how much he knew. That's about all. Peace out.